Well, hey y'all, welcome the heck on in. Blue with Gold, Laura, Gale, Lodoc, look what we found for y'all. I may have been like, Scully brought me this beautiful place. I'm like, you know what? Forget the tide pools. We're just gonna stay here. Like, check these out, y'all. We have some sea lions. There's one in the water, y'all, that was making some sounds down below. You can go check out. But yeah, we got some sea lions for y'all. And all on this edge here, we got a bunch of nesting birds, like close enough to see like their nests and their eggs and everything. Like it's really, really cool. We do glued. I don't think it's synced. So I did a quick ID before we went live. And now, of course, I don't remember when I ID'd, but maybe there's a placard here. Now, there's a sign for seals and sea lions. It says the Underwater Park, continuing project to preserve natural ecology and reestablish underwater sea life. I used the Seek app glued to ID the burbs, and I've totally now forgotten. But the Seek app like immediately picked it up. It was like no question of what it was. And then y'all, we're approaching...
Brandt's cormorants?
What is it?
Brandt's cormorants?
That's what it is, yeah. Brandt's...
I knew they were cormorants, but I wasn't sure which.
Brandt's cormorants. Will Lita be streaming Lodoc? No, not tonight. I checked with her, but she still hasn't gotten any sleep. But she said maybe she'll do one tomorrow. I'm not sure. Thank you, Glued. That's it. Yeah, that's so cool. Go down and check out the cave.
Yeah, if you want to. Although, as soon as we said sunset,
we can go check out.
The cloud cover came in.
Yeah, some native ecology of the flowers. Yeah, I think it might be kind of cool to check out the cave if we can go down. We're going to take y'all down to show there were some close looks at some caves there and maybe a close look at the sea lions. Although we'll see there is like a leap off of the stairs there. There might be a secondary set of stairs. So many streams glued, but hoping that, you know, these are unique. We don't get to take y'all to see some sea lions just any day. There's no hop off reasonable. Hi, Smikesies. Smikesies, we saw a beautiful pot of the sea lions. Oh yeah, they're right here. Do you need a hand, Scully?
I'm good, thank you. They have great railings.
Landlocked. Oh, nice. Okay, awesome. We've got glued. Melemony, welcome the heck on back. Two of the sea lions just right here. Black Cat Lady, welcome back. We did, I know, 2 IRLs. Madness today. You know what's also madness, y'all, is if you're not following Melemony. Incredible artiste extraordinaire. Go check out Melemony. The wiggling bootsy. And then y'all, again, Glued does have the name typed out in the chat, but all those like nesting bird sites. And we'll go back up there and take a look down, but you can see like the eggs. Eternal Grudge, welcome in. This entire view here, these beautiful nesting birds. Thank you, Glued. Then, sea lion friendos. Do they smell? I don't really smell anything beyond salt water. Melemony, I will tell you though, someone who might smell, anyone who's not following Elfie Bean is definitely a stinky, because Elfie Bean is an incredible content creator extraordinaire, who's an artiste and gamer and has a lovely stream called Elfie Snack Delivery. No, I don't think, it doesn't look like anything stuck. I see what you're meaning, Glued. It doesn't look like that's actually anything in particular. The kind of B2 King, Big Gamey, thank you for that resub for 31 heckin' months. Thank you, Big Gamey. Lee, how you doing? These are some of the clips that we're looking. 39. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you for the 39, sir. Apologies, Big Gamey. I don't see numbers so well in the caves. There's a sea lion out in the water. Gamey, we're at a different site actually. Scully was showing me this place and she was like, oh, hi Alex. She was like, yeah, let me show you this different place. And I was like, well, no, we're good. We gotta keep your shoes dry. We're just like, well, let's take a look at this area. And y'all, you know, we were like, oh, do we go to another tide pool place? I was like, absolutely not. Let's just check out this place. Take a look in the cave as well. See, presumably there's a lot of turnover in here too. Look at that view, y'all. So guys, if you're not already checking out the Kanu V2 King himself, please go check out our friend Bitly the Kid, aka BitGaming, okay, one of my most besto friendos. BitGaming is a game developer extraordinaire, working on several video games, including but not limited to the Kanu V2 Quantuplery. 5 games in the Kanu V2 series. There's Kanu V2, Kanu V2 2, Kanu 2B2. There's Kanu V2 3, Family, Kanu V2 4, May I Have Some More, and Kanu V2 5, Barbie movie is the best movie alive. Exactly, and Rupert Murdoch is starring in some of these games. Take a look at this, y'all. Beautiful. There's sharks in these waters.
I think at some point there was something that was said in general that you're always 75 feet the park.
Okay, so presumably these sea lions do have predators in the water.
But they also may be like juvenile and whatnot. Exactly a threat. Especially in the warmer months, we have a lot of juvenile white sharks. They're still really sizable.
The juvenile white shark could go after a juvenile seal.
For sure.
Sea lion. There's that sea lion, y'all. He's just having a good old time. There he is. He's just like right there next to us. Y'all, I'm going to take you back. Let's go back up, I think, to take another good look at the sea lions on top. And then maybe we can catch some of the sunset.
Yeah. Most likely the cloud cover will stay, but you never know.
So the sandflies, y'all, are out and about. Hello, Witchy. Welcome in. So y'all back to the view. There we go. Some pelicans here. Yeah, so they're glued. Unbeknownst to many of folks, there's fruit flies that populate in sand. But there's also other kinds of flies that actually burrow and pupate, undergo their development in sand. DMXivore and Nerdy Knots. Raiders, welcome in with that double raid. The mods will get you all with those shout outs. Guys, how were the streams today? Welcome on in. I hope y'all had a great stream. I'm taking y'all over. What better welcome Raider scene than some sea lions for y'all? Some Marvel Midnight Sun? Nice. With DMXivore, or what was DMXivore playing? Guys, welcome on in for the Raiders coming in. My name is Balint, 1/3 of SciAnts streams. Other 2/3 are my wife Lita and our daughter baby Alona, aka the Munchkin. Lita and I are both research scientists, PhDs in molecular bio, and we do science content on the daily. We are extremely lucky to be out in San Diego conference, and I'm joined by our moderator extraordinaire Scully Redhawk, and she is showing me all the cool stuff as I have wrapped up the conference needs. So we've been looking at tide pools. This is actually our second stream of the day. We went to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, which was awesome. We did the San Diego Zoo. We did 2 days worth of tide pools. Scully, like, we've done a lot in a few days.
Right, for not knowing you would even be able to stream at all.
Yeah.
All week.
I didn't see this part. Guys.
So this is what is closed off to humans until 2030 by unanimous vote of City Council.
Why?
Because it used to be, this is essentially children's pool. That's the given name. So a huge tourist spot. This whole La Jolla Cove is a very big tourist spot. But just because of interaction and harassment
of
and those types of things, it was very controversial over and over and over, for and against, but ultimately it's the protection of the animals that's most important.
Yep, I'm just going to leave the cam on them for a while if y'all don't mind. How often do we get to see this?
Yeah.
So cool.
We found amazing parking immediately. We weren't even sure we were going to stick around.
Yeah, this could have been a walk by y'all. And then I was just like, you know what? The sun's already setting. Let's just finish it off here. What better way? Hello, Sharky.
Sea lions? I'll take you to sea lions.
Welcome the heck on in, Sharky. How you doing? Guy, this one here, y'all. On this one right here on the right, he looks very sus at all of us.
You see these two that are closest, sort of on their own, closest to us. The one that's facing the water, you can see that sort of triangular forehead.
Yep.
So that is a male.
Okay, I see.
Sometimes it's hard to tell, but
the one that's walking away from, so the one that's still sitting.
The one that's still there, starting to move out.
That's the male. So was the one next to it a female, or it just might be a juvenile? It's too hard to tell.
I'm not sure, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you see that, assuming it's not some sort of, what am I trying to say? Like a spur, a bone spur, some sort of an accident. The males have a more pronounced form.
Hey, what a waste.
It's cool to look at all of them, and as similar as they look at a glance, if you look at each of their faces, you can see, a little bit different in the eyes.
Yeah, there's definitely differences in just the facial, they looks like there's personality behind all of them, right? Like this guy right here, he's just like, I'm not here for this. Y'all are whatever. Whereas others like, oh, look at me, I'm so cool.
I think the other day I said it was fucking season. Officially, I think my brain was telling me it was May already, but it's only March, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's officially in May, but of course, heading on climate and opportunity, it seems like we're seeing a few pups.
Yeah, so that's the important part of what Scully was mentioning too, how we were communicating about this is while there's a regular pupping season, that can be changed as a function of climate change, right? So if they're depending on temperature cues and you're getting different pulses of temperatures, they could pup, at stages that they maybe aren't meant to. Also, there's some of the sunset. Also, Josh Hibbett, what a waste to hope both of y'all are doing well today.
some bull boys here. They were 2, now they're at 3.
we totally do. There's the bull boys. There's y'all bull boys.
There's that boy again, kind of marching across. You can see that slope of the forehead.
This guy, yeah. Flippers always look so cumbersome when they're moving like that. Clearly not designed for land, right? Like, and what they're able to move on. Like, the front flippers look much better suited to like doing some of that movement.
They want to move, they'll move.
Oh yeah.
So I think
Jay, we were debating whether or not to go to a tide pool or not, but Scully showed me this spot. We got on y'all 1 second.
it's like, you know what's on the wall?
Scully showed me, and then we found great parking, and I was just like, guys, we got Jay. These are some lovely sea lions, and we've got some nesting birds on the other side as well.
Bro, there's no sun out.
I skipped the pizza party. That's how I feel about it too. Skipping the pizza party with the sun. Cliff House. Cliff, we are at Cliff's. The difference in the seal versus sea lion. So looks like, Jay, I've got an anatomy image up next to me, but it looks like sea lions have larger flippers and external ear flaps. Seals have smaller flippers, no ear flaps, and they move on their bellies exclusively. So the waddle behavior that we're seeing here is not something that you would see with seals, but you do see it with sea lions.
Sometimes you'll hear the California sea lion called the eared seal.
The eared seal.
So it,
Cool.
really
That's clever.
It's hard to keep track between scientific and colloquial.
Well, and even the scientific names, right? Like change so often. Like y'all know the species of the week where it's just like, oh, Jay goes, you skipped silly sound. they paid good pizza for you. They paid good money for you to have reheated pizza.
You're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong at all. Oh my goodness, Kimmy DNC of Kimmy Devil Never Cry. Kimmy, welcome on in, madame. Guys, we're not worthy. We're in the presence of royalty. Queen Kimmy, one of our absolute besto friendos, gamer extraordinaire. Please go follow Queen Kimmy DNC right meow.
I know, on the back.
Kimmy, how are you doing today, madame? Productive day, touching your nice. Kimmy, the conference is, officially done tomorrow afternoon, but I'm flying back tomorrow morning back home, and I was able to take this evening off from conference stuff. So Scully and I went to the San Diego Safari Park. And now we're here at these cliffs looking at some beautiful sea lions. I'm touching grass tomorrow. What are you touching grass tomorrow? Hi, Hip. Hip, it smells like salt water, right? Unless I'm totally nose blind. I'm not smelling anything weird. Sorry, y'all, we're just camping out here. But honestly, how am I going to show y'all some sea lions on an IRL screen? Sea Lions Society? Nice. I like that. I'm going to call you. Kilted. Guys, if you're not following Kilted Ninja is a musical genius extraordinaire. Please go check out all things Kilted. Write me out if you have not already. Kilted, we were just depending on whether or not we were able to come back, and there was hi Joddy. We were driving back from the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, and we were just gonna drive by to see this place on our way to the tide pools, and we got great parking, and I saw Kilted what this place looked like, and I was like, oh, we gotta do a stream from here. Oh yeah. Seeing some jumping behavior here, y'all. UPC almost there. Nice, Kilted. Mike, do you really not hear them making their sounds? Do you really need me to plug or need me to make the sound, or was that just
You need a directional mic.
The boom mic, please. You need me to make the sound in particular. I see. I worry that Smikes, you might be
It's a sloth.
yeah. Smikes, there's enough people here, sir. Scully, do you know if this is a seasonal home for them, or is this a year-round?
No, it's pretty much year-round.
Year-round?
That's why it was shut down to people.
Yeah, so Jay,
So again, it could be affecting the pupping time.
so this zone here apparently used to be open to people, but people were obviously being people and harassing the seals. So it's close to 2030, this zone here, like
Unanimous vote by student council, city council.
there's some stairs here, right, that would normally take you down, but this is now closed to the general public. So yeah, the seals just hang out here.
But you can see, the children's pool, essentially, we used to come down when we were little and dip our toes here. Now they're hanging out.
So this is a man-made structure here that's sticking out?
No, it's just natural where a lot of children would come.
Gotcha. It's
Apart from where we started, like where the caves are, where it's more protected, up and down the coast, there are different seawalls that kind of enclose areas, and they may or may not stay. Sometimes they get knocked down by the waves, sometimes they just get taken out by us.
These various outcroppings.
Yeah, you can see the narrative, the sandstone up here versus the same type of rock we could see on the tide pools down south.
That was really cool to be able to see like just the side of the cliffs and tell the difference. And yeah, it's like you get a training for eye like on what the differences are. Do they bite people? I would imagine if you upset them, they would bite you.
Sure. Yeah. And you know, like most animals, if they're sick or injured, they might be more aggressive than normal. But I think Smikes was asking distance-wise. This is specifically shut off to full because some people are horrible. I think the safe bet is generally 50 yards.
50 yards.
I know from a boat, it's 100 yards for whales and 50 yards for smaller, like porpoises and seals.
Sounds so much.
Now that you've asked, I wouldn't have passed people like back in the 60s to have carved some of that out on the top, but for the most part, for the most part, I think it's just natural erosion.
Hi, Kaihira. Welcome in. Presumably the huddling is for some warmth, but it's probably like odd behavior units or whatever equivalent to it.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, Jessica Nerdy. Holy heck in Toledo. Raiders, welcome on in. Jessica Nerdy, how was your stream? What were y'all up to today? Tell us all the details. Raiders, welcome in. My name is Balint. 1/3 of SciAnts streams. The other 2/3 are my wife Lita and our daughter baby Alona, aka the Munchkin. Lita and I are research scientists. We both have our PhDs in molecular biology. We do science content here every heckin' day of the week. Pandar, baby hours. We do microscopy, art, sci-fi science, science news of the week, deep dives into scientific topics, games, 3D printing, IRL streams, model building, and more. Today we're out in San Diego before I head back from a conference, and we're doing an IRL stream, looking at some beautiful sea lions. So guys, welcome on in. Great to have y'all here. Thank you very much for the raid. If, Jessica, you'd like to share anything at all, feel free to throw it into the chat. Let us know what you're up to. We're just enjoying the presence of the sea lions. Are you up for walking along a little?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see if I can get up. Exploring along the side here. Yeah.
Good morning.
Here we go. So it says, see, do not approach the sea lions. There's actually one right next to it. Yeah, it says, don't approach the mothers or the pups. Fell asleep. Now it feels like I'm stepping on pins and needles.
I don't think I've been able to feel my calves for 2.5 days.
That's on me.
Well, I mean, I went back 2 more times yesterday.
Yeah, there's a lot of gulls wombat because as they're feeding, they'll regurgitate to feed one another. And if there's a misfire or even if there's a fire going on, one of these birds can come on in and get a meal. This is not walkable from the TwitchCon Convention Center, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. We are. So heading south, this is La Jolla. So you'd hit Pacific Beach, then Mission Beach, then you jump across the channel to Ocean Beach, and then the end of Point Loma is where the tide pools are that we were at. And then east of that, into the harbor, is where the convention center would be. So it's quite a bit.
They milk feed at a really young age, glued, but then the moms would regurgitate as well for the pups at a older age. It's just getting them used to a different kind of nourishment before they can do hunting behavior. But that getting them to feed on the other kinds of resources is critical for their stomachs to adapt. Yeah, yep, exactly. Glued. Just kind of like how Munchkin was eating mushy food for a while, and then she ate now people food.
So just for reference, convention center is about 14 miles from here.
Okay.
Half an hour drive at the moment.
Timcat was wondering because they're coming to TwitchCon and just is this can I walk outside the convention?
Right.
Hi, Bert. Conference is pretty much wrapped up. There's still some events tomorrow during the day, but I'm coming back in the morning. We're still waiting on word, Bravo. Still waiting on word. They've got Scully's number to let us know how the other sea lion turned out.
She was looking better later in the day, is all I can tell you, but I don't have a definitive happy ending. I kept going back to check. They just had so many rescue calls. They're doing triage. They have to prioritize.
Yeah, there seemed to be a very large number of distressed animals.
It was not for lack of anyone wanting to be there.
Maybe is this one of those pine things that you're telling me about actually?
Might be Tory plants, yeah.
This thing, is
but
that like that?
I can't tell you for certain.
Okay.
The ones that I could see at a distance.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Hi, Cricket.
I think they are. These definitely are.
You can check those out. Cricket, we went to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, and then we were gonna go look at some tide pools. But Scully showed me this place, and I was like, no, we gotta stream this. There's sea lions.
I mean, in theory, we were going to hit the tide pools closer to here, but that was just too much opportunity.
Yeah, y'all, I got very distracted. There is a napping sea lion on the edge, and he's like right there going, there's another look, y'all, at all the sea lions. It is darkening.
I'm really impressed with the feed, actually, compared to how dark my eyes think it is now, and I'm looking at the stream on your screen.
Yeah, that's actually, looking quite all right. Guys, do go follow Cricket. I was hanging out with her last night. Lots of gaming, community games on Friday nights. She's incredible. Besto friendo. Ha, sleazy. Please go follow the incredible and all-powerful and breathtaking Cricket. Cricket, I even got to play a few rounds. Granted, I was running conference events. I had you in an earbud, and I was participating in the audience, some of the games that you were doing. One of us is going to get in trouble. I don't know if it's you or me, Cricket, but someone's going to go.
It's not me.
Yeah, it's not Scully. Might be Laura Gale. She took a screenshot of a rhino pooping. It's an action shot, y'all. It's so good. Check it on the Discord. And Laura got it clipped. Some pelicans for y'all. Jay goes, Balint, if I didn't know any better, I would think your heart's not in this job of yours. Thank you for this, Scully. This is beautiful.
Sure. Exactly, get a sunset, but it's nature. We get the seawall.
We had the clouds coming in, y'all, during the sunset, so I just focused in on the sea lions when we still had light. Sleep well, Kilted. Thank you for hanging with us. Both streams, Kilted.
Bye,
Beautiful
Kilted.
soul. Guys, exclamation point Kilted if you haven't already. Followed Kilted's music. It's on Spotify. It's on all the music platforms. The more times you listen to it, the more money Kilted gets. The more money Kilted gets, the more ninjaing he can do. Thank you, Sharpie.
So we are losing the light, but you can see one of the seawalls.
Ooh. Yeah, it's wild. There's still beyond the feet, it's still not bad in what we can see. So what is a seawall?
Well, that's literally built up.
So this little
Here. You can't
outcropping
quite
here.
tell from here, but it's curved, and you see people with their flashes, with their phones at the top. All those little lights. There's a pathway.
Wow.
to the end of
Okay.
that.
And so it's just a little overlook, and it's meant to break the waves. I take it.
Yeah, that would be another little protected beach for people to visit.
For those, I can't tell. It's too dark. If there's sea lions or rocks, shall we head back?
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Maybe let's round out by the birds,
Sure.
and then y'all, we're gonna go grab some dinner.
Want to go back along the...
Yeah, let's maximize it this way. I'm too stupid excited for it just to be I want to see more sea lions.
Absolutely.
What's for dinner on Goy? I'm not sure yet. We'll find something delicious, I'm sure. I'll trust Scully's judgment as
Oh no. Which pressure. Mexican food again.
yeah. Went to a Mexican place last night, y'all, and I was like, oh, can I have more salsa? And the woman saw that I was clearly appreciating salsa, and she's like, oh, do you want the spicy stuff that we have off menu? Yes, please. And yeah, she may have refilled my cup 10 times, but it was totally worth it.
Those waves sure look swell.
That's jaded. Any salsa item, first night when I flew in. Was it the first night? Yeah, I guess it was. Because the first day we went to the zoo, and then Scully took me to a really cool Mexican spot, and they had tons and tons of different salsas. And there was an avocado tomatillo salsa, and I may have just been pouring it on everything.
We're big fans of a well-curated, well-maintained salsa bar.
It's important.
It is. Well, it's especially important these days.
There ain't no salsa bar in New Jersey, I'll tell you that.
Well, you're welcome to come back anytime.
Heading back in the direction that we saw the sea lions. I don't know if we're going to see them, but we did see a ton of birds, right when we got out of the car, and they're just, nesting on the side of the cliff, and you could even make out some of the eggs. Check back on the VOD if we don't see them, because I think that's a worthwhile thing to check out. And again, it was one of those where we were just planning on taking a peek, but we got good parking, and I was just like, Scully, I would like to turn on the camera. Okay.
Should I bring the streaming equipment? And I'm thinking sure, or we can just pop back and get it if you need. We're parked across the street. People don't get to do that.
Yeah, and then it was near instantaneous, fire up the feed. This is too cool to not take y'all to.
At 20 feet to nesting site.
Yeah, I was looked over barrier. Well, all right, that's that. Thank y'all for coming out. I know it was a bit more of an impromptu stream, but I hope y'all enjoyed getting to see some sea lions. I again figure this isn't something that we are able to see often, or ever. And so this was a very unique opportunity to do a really cool stream. And same thing today with the safari park, to be honest. Y'all, I did check with Lita. No Lita stream tonight. She is exhausted as the munchkin has not been sleeping, and which means Lita has also not been sleeping. I go back tomorrow morning, but I don't land until the afternoon because of, time zones. But there's no way y'all see this. There's absolutely no way y'all can see this, but right here is like a sea lion. He's like right there. I'm betting y'all there's absolutely no way y'all see this, but there is a sea lion like right there. There you go. He just sneezed. That is there. Again, you can barely make it out. Just a quick look at him. Smike's like, "Can y'all make the sounds that these make?" You go, "Oh, Smike." That's what I heard. Shark Geek. I just wanted to make sure that, we're doing all things that they love. Thank you so much. Yeah, again, for y'all coming out. Tomorrow, Lita said she might be up for an evening stream. We shall see y'all. No promises, but definitely back Monday with Dr. Coffee. We will be talking face cancer, not of people. Tasmanian devils, of all things. He wrote back to me that he is excited, and then he put in parentheses, but not about face cancer.
The qualifier is important.
Yeah.
There's a big boy.
Let's get closer now.
That is the slappies emote of sea lions.
Yeah, where's Turgis when we need the slappy emotes? Do you know, Scully, if these are ever hunted or were hunted for pelts? Because I know it's different than what a seal has, and I just don't know if this is something that was ever historically sought after.
I mean, I would say historically, yes, for survival, but in terms of like trade, things like that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I would lean towards yes, just because that was what was available.
Shark Geek says yes too. Historically, blubber maybe. We get a closer look in a sec here. Well, closer. Cricket wants a little bit more side eye from this guy.
Let's go.
Here you go, Cricket. Also, Cricket, one of the differences between seals and sea lions is how this one moves. So seals would only move on their tummies. Sea lions move in this like walking behavior kind of that you're seeing on their flippers. Werewolf, we missed you. It's so good to see you, Werewolf. We went to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park today, and we've been looking at some tide pools and hunting for creatures. Not hunting, searching. Octopi and fish. Zach, welcome, man. A couple of days of tide pool searching, and we found some anemones and corals, crabs, and then we did on Wednesday the San Diego Zoo proper, and then the San Diego Zoo Safari Park today. He says they need some WD-40.
Perhaps. Jared knows all about that.
With the housing, yeah.
Also recognize each other by the level of vocal fry.
It's totally vocal fry. That's a big boy right there. I don't know if y'all can see him. That guy down there, way too dark for y'all to see. But that dude, if he comes, when we turn, he's gonna let out a giant belt. Hi, Yogurt. Madame, we were gonna do tide pools, but then Scully showed me this incredible spot, and I was like, no, forget the tide pools. We're doing sea lions. Yogurt, check back at the beginning of this VOD. There are an absurd number of nesting birds who are right next to the nest sites. We're going to try to look at them as we head out, but it might be too dark. Real Deck, this is live. Real Deck Gaming think that we just do not high tier quality science content here on this channel. Yogurt, earlier today we went to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, and we went into the birdhouse, and so the birdhouse was quite beautiful. I think you'll very much enjoy that. But then on this VOD to the very beginning, we saw some beautiful nesting birds.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. Post-production. Depends, Real Deck. I might not be able to answer it appropriately. Since we're out IRL, I don't have like a drawing tablet or images really to show off, but yeah. Is this, Scully, can you tell if this is a male based on the head structure?
He's got that strong forehead.
So probably?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not as obvious in size as say like an elephant seal male. I would say that's a male.
Do we know, like, presumably, is it doing some kind of like protective behavior, or he's just like chilling?
No, it's really hard to tell, especially because they're not that they're domesticated, but they're used to the people being here. So it could even be something along the
right. And yeah, we do.
We don't have anything that they do.
But given that he's kind of hanging here,
I don't think that's what it is.
I just, the moment we turn around, he's gonna make a sound. I just would love to get him to make a sound. Real Deck, we'll be back by the PC either tomorrow for a stream, or if not tomorrow, definitely Monday.
The forehead is even.
Yeah, right on the forehead. Yep, that's what Shark Geek. So that's what Scully was just pointing out. Y'all may have seen it for a second when he put his head down. Oh, big yawn. But yeah, we're not getting a good view of his head. Trying to make a fight. No, they're, like Scully said, they're very used to people. This doesn't look like any kind of aggressive stance. He might just be like drying himself off.
You might just want to get away from the chatty.
Yeah. I love how poor Yogurt girl tuned in and she was like, what on earth are y'all doing? Where are you? Oh, hi.
I mean, this could just be a posture for big boys.
There doesn't seem to be anything like too aggressive about it. Oh, there we go. Imagine Munchie would just be like, boy, good boy. He is really handsome. Geek, I think you're probably right on that estimate. He's gotta be a heavy boy. They dangerous? I mean, real deck, you know, if we go up to them and we like invade their space, they will bite. Much like any animal will defend, you know, their home and their family. Oh yeah, I mean, with 500 pounds like slamming into you, yeah, that's physically you're not going to be able to take that. This whole zone, for those coming on in, Scully was telling us, if I zoom out here, this whole zone used to be an area where kids go down, and there is a law that's been passed till 2030 that this part is off limits to people because people are rooty patooty. And so it's just like the sea lions are clearly used to people, but at least this whole area now is protected. So there's no one allowed down there to mess in any way with the sea lions. Because not all of us are going to be just staring respectfully from a distance and making sure that they're okay. Feet away. We're zoomed in real deck. That we're not in any kind of touching distance. Plus we're also on top of like a concrete wall. Yeah. We got a divide in between us. We're at a safe distance.
He's directly behind, he's directly below the area closed.
Yeah, he came up right to the edge. Yes, that is true, Sharky. He's like, king of the castle, king of the castle, king of the castle. Hey, Turgis, you missed the slappies. Turgis, you missed the sea lion slappies. We gave you a shout out as soon as Scully mentioned slappies. Is it legal to feed them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Feeding a wild animal will gets rid of the opportunity for them to be wild. You're training them to have a behavior that is unnatural, which is like a lack fear of humans. So you definitely don't want to feed them. There's a couple of signs in here too of like, and painted onto this concrete of like, do not cross over, do not enter, and leave them be. That doesn't mean that people aren't feeding them, right? Like this guy is right to the edge, and like you said, he's not really doing anything aggressive. So I wonder, if there is any expectation that
we don't have what they really want.
Right.
These ones are different.
I imagine though, if you threw like fish, they might like to sit in it, but it's best to not do that anyway, y'all. You don't want them growing a dependency on people. Ish. No specifics, but La Jolla is a pretty big zone. Scully just pulled over when she was showing me. He's like, oh, we should check out this place. And I'm like, oh, let me bring the streaming equipment. And just in case. And the moment I saw this, y'all, I was like, let's go live. Let's do this.
Yeah, Turgis, I took him straight down from we cut over off Genesee and took La Jolla Drive and then popped back up again.
I'm just waiting on this guy to make a noise. Y'all, I guarantee you, as soon as Scully and I get up and actually leave, this guy's going to let out a belter of a sound. But also, how often do we get to see something like this? And Peach, just so you know, that the big way of telling the difference with the seal and sea lions is a movement. So the seals would just be crawling on their bellies. They're just sliding along, versus sea lions will stand up. Like you see how this guy is standing up on his flippers, and so they use the flippers as almost like arms, and they use their tails to direct themselves. So that's one of the big characteristic differences of the seal versus the sea lion, the movement of it. And there's going to be other subtleties too, like there's differences in head shape and size. The movement is like a big difference between, and we're not seeing this one do any movement, but back on the VOD we got a couple of good videos. Exactly, they're just not built for it. Or if they do prop themselves up, that's not enough to actually to have movement behind it. It does look like a Sherman or a Clyde. That is also true, Scorch. Yeah, the ears. Kind of see the ears on this guy. Yeah, you can see the ears on him if you look down the edge. Wait, Cricket, your mother and father are watching right now while he's making sounds. Because if your mother and father were watching, Cricket, then we'd stop everything and sing your praises directly to your parents. Gotcha. Sorry, Cricket. I was gonna then have to stop everything and talk to your folks. Not necessarily Peach. We saw some earlier today that were also making different sounds. Their heads weren't necessarily pointed up, but it probably does affect what sounds they can make depending on how their air tracks are. Skedaddle.
I
don't want to bore you, Scully, as I'm just enjoying staring at
I'm borderline nocturnal, so it's really your availability.
It's fine that I'm just excitedly staring at a sea lion. And y'all know the moment we start walking away, he's gonna make a sound. Yeah, they're just hanging out. Yogurt, we saw like earlier in the VOD, they were jumping in and swimming, just hanging out.
That's why I have not been watching chat most of these days, so if anybody has direct questions, sometimes I'll catch it. I've been navigator.
Yeah, Peach. And Peach, when it was light, you were able to better see that they were like in almost looked like little family pods. I don't know if they're actually like what the relatedness are, but they were like in little groups on land too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Yogurt in the VOD, you'd be able to see like they were just jumping off the side of the cliff. They were going to get some food. They came back. Like they're just hanging out here. And Scully was saying it's pretty much like year round now at this point. I didn't catch it on video, Yogurt, but there was one that was jumping like up in the air, which was really, really cool. I like the moment I like switched over the camera to look at that, they weren't doing it anymore. Yes, Peach, that dude is cute as ferret. We're gonna continue on, walk down, and then see if we can take a goodbye look at the birds on the edge. Yeah, so and Ella, the ear flaps are one of the other delineating facts seals and sea lions. So you don't see that on seals. Welcome to the colony seal line, exactly.
I do like the idea that chill enough to be a wall, but the idea that maybe it is a protected, not that he feels threatened, but that he's the first line of defense.
Yeah, and he's a big boy.
Yeah.
So in the gift, yes. So Jay, I actually found Lita wanted a t-shirt from Munchie.
Spoilers.
Well, she's not listening. Yeah, but no, Lita's not watching. Hopefully she went to bed. So I got Munchie a t-shirt that we had wanted for her when we were here last time, but there wasn't one in her size. And there still wasn't one in that size, but there was a regular Munchkin size one now. And then I got Save the Chubby Unicorns onesie for Buster Brown, and Save the Chubby Unicorns onesie, or not onesie, but mug for Lita. It was a 4T. That I checked with Lita. That's what she wanted. I'm gonna attempt to stand up here.
I'm just sitting on the wall and my legs are still asleep.
And then Jay, spoiler alert, I got Munchkin a lion plushie, and his mane is rainbow colored. It's not full rainbow, but it's like green, red, and purple. Maybe it's like this. It's this very special art style that they have like for the San Diego Zoo's lion. And it's like matching in the art style, and it's so heckin' cute that I was like, oh, I think she'd like that.
Sort of like rainbow tipped hair.
Yeah.
Little tufts.
No octopus, Ella. So Ella, there was an honestly with the timing. Also, y'all, here's a warning sign. I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah, don't approach the sea lions, and then it's don't get too close to the pups because the mom might abandon. It wasn't the tide, Ella. It was just we hit traffic coming back from the nature park, the safari park, and there was just no way that we'd be able to like look at this and then continue driving, and it would have just been like a boop boop so short and fast, and like
I could have done a straight shot, well, not a direct line, but if we didn't make any other stops, we would have been down there, but we don't know what we would have seen.
Yeah.
We definitely wouldn't have seen all of this.
Yeah. I feel like this was a better one.
Yeah. I mean,
like
even if we had popped by it and still gone down there, Oh,
it would still have been cool.
Yeah.
But this we haven't actually done at all, so it's like an extra unique thing to check out. We were down there earlier. Also, so Yogurt, you can't see it, but we're gonna go over to that side, and all those there are birds, nesting birds. And the bird name is I forget, but Glued has a spelling.
I think it's Brant's cormorants.
Yes, whatever Scully said. Oh yeah, no, Ella, it's we're past sunset.
It was, I think, 7-ish, 7:02.
Yeah.
But we have a wall of clouds.
There it is.
A few pink clouds above.
Yogurt, it's written in chat now with I have trouble pronouncing it as well. Like, I don't even know how to say it. I was reading it off Scully's phone. I'm like,
Grant, but there's a D in there.
Yeah, but that's what gets me. Like, what is that D doing there?
And given our names, you think we were better with additional consonants.
How far would you say we were at from the Sunset Cliffs from this area?
Driving on as the crow flies?
Yeah, just like
10
ish.
miles?
10 miles, Ella.
Maybe.
So
it could be less, but we have to follow the coast.
So we couldn't just from this spot easily walk over.
No.
Yeah.
And honestly, the public transit isn't great. To get from here to there, you have to finagle. You have to go inland and hop on a trolley.
Yep. So yeah, it's a little ways away, and so with even that distance, if we didn't have all the time in the world, it's just I thought this was just so much cooler. Not that tide pools are not incredible, but it was just I was telling this is going. How often can I show you?
We could have gone to La Jolla tide pools. We didn't even make that far.
No. All right, here's the birds, y'all. We might have a view. We do have a view.
They're all preening.
Yeah.
They're all chill.
Birds. We went to the museum in Toronto and looked at a wildlife photography year exhibit. It's yogurt with ants dismembering a beetle.
Oh, you can. Oh, I don't know what the lighting. I was going to say we can't see any of the blue. There's the one here.
The one right, yeah.
Now he's blocked.
Okay, so behind the guy who's preening,
There's one boy who's perpendicular to the streetlight.
yeah, when he stops his preening, oh, maybe up closer there we'd be able to see one. Yeah, yogurt, I figured you would enjoy all the burbs. Just look at how many there are.
Definitely just earlier in the VOD, they were in full sun.
Yeah.
Or, daylight.
I also got, we didn't start here with the live video, but I got a photo or two pretty close to here. I like Jaws.
Oh, that's right.
But we did zoom in across the way, and with the daylight, like it was pretty visible. I'll throw the photos into the Discord, y'all. Lara Gale made a thread. Right, Neil? Also, hi, Neil. You wonderful gem of a human. Good to see you, Neil. Almost see the blue on the face. Yeah, you should be able to see it right now, y'all. He's wiggling. Again, it's really low light, y'all, so we're doing the best we can. I don't want to necessarily be like turning on some high beam on them, but alrighty, y'all.
So it looks like these guys range from Alaska to the Gulf of California, just south of us. But everyone north of Vancouver, Canada, well, BC, Canada, migrate south for the winter.
So, Cricket, thank you for the gifty to Lodock. You Queen Cricket. Turgis, are we looking at a drone colony? Alright, y'all. I think that's where we're gonna leave it for today. We did have 2 special streams for y'all today, and we actually had a bunch of special streams for y'all. So, y'all, huge shout out to Scully Red Hawk. With Scully, we did, well, you can't even see me. We did the San Diego Zoo. We did the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. We did 2 looking at the tide pools, and we did sea lions and birds and all kinds of stuff.
And more.
And more, which, y'all, huge. We didn't even have this planned for all these IRL trips, so big thank you to Scully Red Hawk, who's right here next to me. Please thank Skullicious in chat when you see her next time. All of this is, again, possible because of Scully. You can also thank her in the Discord, too. Just tell her thank you for everything she's done for this community. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and raid y'all on over to the lovely Waffle Smacker tonight.
Excellent.
We usually can't ever raid Waffle because he's in Japan, but he's a good friend of the community, gamer extraordinaire, so we'll go over to the lovely Waffle Smacker tonight. Guys, tomorrow, Lita said she might do a stream. I'm not sure. Just keep your eyes on the Discord. Definitely, we'll be back on Monday for Microscopy Monday. We've got some amber to look at for Shark Geek. We've also got Thomas Merritt joining us to talk about face cancer in Tasmanian devils. And then Tuesday, we've got Ultrasaurus for our Women in STEM month. We've also got on Wednesday Rocket Sage. So we'll be back to your regularly scheduled 7 days a week programming. Although we did, with this bonus stream, it's like still 7. Y'all got this. Still pretty good. But guys, thank you all again for joining us this week on all the IRLs. Me and Scully. Please thank Scully when you see her in anybody's stream, but especially ours. We're gonna go have some dinner, and I'll leave y'all with the birds as we raid out. Again, everybody have a great evening in time zone. Make sure to check out the VODs for this and all the images that are in the Discord. On a set of roller skates, we can make this walk in 4 minutes, says Melanie. Mel, I can't remember the last time I wore roller skates, but I'm fairly certain if I put them on now, I would die. I'd get the muscle memory back eventually, but it wouldn't be right away. And then Scully would have to, get me to a hospital.
I do know a number of hospitals. On the upside.
On the downside, will my insurance be accepted at any of them? It's true, Charlie's Dragons. Smikes has interrogated Danny about the birds are dinosaurs claim. There is a lot of nuance with it.
So for a while, it'll be a straight shot. I'll follow you.
Okay.
Not a straight shot, but...
What you're saying is...
Follow the path. Progress path was definitely showing me employee access.
Oh, nice. The living fossil tree, y'all. Oh my goodness. We have Irish, John, Games, Jern, Raiders, welcome on in. Mr. Irish, how was Side Project Saturday? How was it? No more of the... What's Jern doing? It started with an L. It was not logistics. It was logifying. Logifying. How was the logifying, Mr. Irish? How was the logifying? I know it's not all the word. Raiders, welcome on in, Mr. Irish. Guys, if you're not following Irish John Games, single most besto friendo that ever done did besto friendo. Hi, Yag. Localization. Thank you, Smikesies. Localization for Mr. Irish. Today was Side Project Saturday. Jern was doing some more, I think, on IBR2, as I was seeing. Guys, how was the stream? What were y'all up to today? Folks, do go check out our besto friendo, Mr. Irish John Games. Let's see if we can get Journey Werney one of the fancy pants shout outs. Raiders, my name's Balint. 1/3 of 21 seconds. 1/3 of SciAnts streams. The other 2/3 are my wife Lita and our daughter baby Alona, aka the Munchkin. Lita and I love jumping kangaroos for the Raiders here. There y'all go. We're research scientists, PhDs in molecular biology, and we do science content here on Twitch every day of the week. Today we are out at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, and Scully and I are moving because we got a couple of minutes left to show you all the elephants.
Get to elephants.
Possibly, potentially, maybe get to some elephants. But Raiders, so we do, again, science content every day of the week. Also, Mr. Irish is one of my absolute best friends. If you're not dropping him that follow, please drop him that follow and wishlist the game Rise of Piracy, available now on the Steam store for wishlist. I don't know of a harder working man than Mr. Irish. He also had a front page for St. Patrick's Day this Monday, where he was highlighting the work of others in the community, included but not limited to Booyah Grandma, Clayman Dev, Barty, and more. Ella Rain, welcome in, Ella. Mr. Irish and Raiders, we did just see a platypus not too long ago. This is the only zoo outside of Australia that has a platypus. On top of that, they have a breeding pair, so they're studying reproductive behavior in these animals. Also, Mr. Irish, feel free to share anything and everything in the chat. You know the drill. Mikasa is Sukasa. Thank you for that raid. Here again, y'all, are the Steam store wishlist link, as well as the merch page for Mr. Irish John. You too can get yourself a smug mask. Was it Perry the You know, I couldn't tell, Ella, if it was Perry the Platypus, primarily because the lighting was really bad. So I couldn't tell if he was blue. I couldn't tell if he was purple. And remember, they do biofluoresce, right? So under UV wavelength of light, platypi glow. A really pretty tree, by the way. No update yet, Ella, for better or for worse. You right, Kazash? That's what I was like. I was like, that's a surprising factoid, but it's like, all right, I guess it makes sense. And as Scully mentioned, there's a lot of difficulties in acquiring some animals from all over the world, whether it be a political reason, like with pandas, whether it be just the ability to keep them alive, right? There's a lot of ones that have such specialized conditions that you need to import water from where they're coming from. Otherwise, you have to make sure that everything is pH and salt balance to the T for survival, food sources, all of that. They actually have a big part of that with insect conservation. So there are some insects that outside of the wild are only kept at a few zoos, and I'm forgetting the name of it, but there's one that only at the Cincinnati Zoo have they been able to figure out the breeding conditions to reproduce this insect. And even like you give the protocol on paper to someone else, in theory, it should be able to be workable, and yet it's not.
This is our remaining path.
We could do that, maybe. Worst case, we have time to look at the verbs on the way.
Indeed.
And then, y'all, we are going to attempt, maybe, again, not guaranteed, keep an eye on the Discord, a second IRL stream today from one of the tide pools to try to find last chance to find an octopus. But that's going to be traffic dependent and tourist dependent and all kinds of jazz. So this was already like a big bonus. We had the opportunity of doing this. And y'all, how often do I get to take you to the San Diego Zoo and Safari Park? Oh, Melemony, I'm glad that you like it. I've been having fun too. I know it's been like more of a rush whirlwind. That again is in part because I didn't get off until 2, but hey, still got to take y'all out. Could crash the wedding, y'all.
So you're just going to keep following. You want to go ahead in case they start sweeping us?
If they sweep us, they sweep us. I'm not worried. I also just noticed, y'all, we're at 10% battery. Go. You know, no, we got the battery pack. Hi, Lodoc. Low Dizzle. I think it was in this exhibit here, y'all. There's no one there right now, but the Chevalsky's horse was there last time we came. Hi, Kilted Ninja. Guys, if you aren't following all things Kilted Ninja, go fix that. Right meow. Right meow. Look at that. There's all the musical pages, musical genius of Kilted Ninja. Kilted might try to tell you that he's not a musical genius. When he does that, you nerf him. You do a real life nerf, and you send him lugs, love, and kisses. Pootrick, holy heck in Toledo. Pootrick, thank you for the 17-month resub, Pootrick. How are you doing, my friend? Hi, Sunuchkano. Pootrick, thank you for that prime sub. You only get one of those. 10 million active streamers, and you chose us. Thank you, Pootrick. We are, again, for those wondering, at the San Diego Zoo and Safari Park today, and we are in the midst of the closing but we're trying to get a last chance look at the elephants.
We have a minute to get to the elephants.
Elephants are closed for the day. They close the line.
Got it. Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Guys, we missed out on the elephants. Do we want to look at the birds one more time since we're here, and then we can do that little side loop and meander back since no reason to rush? So Putrick, we actually went to the zoo Wednesday, the San Diego Zoo in the city proper, and today we're at the safari park. Let's see if we can still get in there. One more look at some birds.
No, good luck.
We're at the end of the animals. There was a loop that's outdoor over there that we haven't had a chance of looking at. Guys, it is great to have y'all here today. Thank y'all again for coming in and all the raids. Again, it's like one of those last chances to do some fun IRL content. Again, keep your eyes peeled. Weather dependent and tourist will have another batch for y'all. See if we can. I'm just like eyeballing now like some outdoor exhibits, y'all, so we can take a look at a couple of last minute animals. See the southern poodoo. Thank you, Black Cat Lady. Again, this was like a last minute spur of the moment opportunity, and Lita and I got to take y'all here in September. I was like, wow, we got to do this. Ella, there are actually 2 weddings here today, so I mean, I'm severely underdressed for a wedding. But
depends on the wedding.
that's what I was like, maybe we're not. Maybe there is like a matchy wedding.
A Twitch wedding.
I'm all right with that. I wonder if this is green for St. Patty's or this is just algae.
Just out.
Check out those giant pelicans.
Around.
Let's go this way. Just because they're like, looks like they're right here. And they're playing some T-Swizzle. This guy's sitting down by himself. I know, Charlie's Dragons, they can be aggressive. Yeah, I told y'all we got to fit in a few more birds. Oh my God, look at the golden crane. Oh, all right. See, this is the issue, y'all. I get for a crane, I get distracted. We got an egret as well. I don't think Charlie's Dragons there's a shoebill here. There was one in the Washington Zoo that we saw a year ago, last March. I took y'all to, and that was one actually that I was not accounting for in any way. Finky, hi Rad Finky. Rad Finky, we are on our alleged way out, but Rad Finky, we might do a
technically closed.
Oh yeah, it is technically closed. This is Rat Finky, this is after. But like I said, we'll see if we can get y'all a tide pool IRL. Again, don't hold me to it. It's dependent on traffic and everything else. Is the Kiwi house near? I don't think so, Mr. Spites. I'm keeping an eye out for anything, but Jay, I can show you a pig. Are you up for a pig?
You haven't taken.
They do have shoe bills. Oh, cool. Thank you, Wildcats. Yes, pigs are delicious. Okay, let's take a quick look at the pig. This is for you, Mr. Spites. Jay, this is how much I love you. That I'm gonna break out of Scully's walk and just immediately branch on over to show you some pigs. Jay, if that's not true love, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Well, Mr. Spites, yeah, they're back there. You can see them wiggling on their bedding. Jay, you're gonna get us in trouble. Yep. I think what we'll do, y'all, is we'll probably raid out by the exit, and then if the gift shop is open, I have to go look for stuff for Munchkin because I can't not, because I'm that kind of father. And then I'll keep y'all posted if we get to go back out to the tide pools. Scully knows of a place maybe that has sea lions. Just
depends on traffic from here.
Yeah. So it's again.
It's going to be a long drive going back if everyone's leaving here now.
Yeah. So don't hold us to it, y'all. But maybe. Oh, I think
flip a coin on which freeways to take and that sort of thing.
Oh, y'all, it's the sand cat. It's time to let me in. Where's my food? Art and Alexis, welcome in. Mr. Irish is our absolute besto friendo. Hi, Woods. Welcome. So welcome in on the raid. Again, my name is Balint. I'm the nebulous voice coming to you. Hello. Lita and I are research scientists with our PhDs in molecular biology. We do science content for y'all every day of the week. We're also Twitch ambassadors, the only ones that do educational content here on Twitch. And today we're at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. There's the sand cat. Oh, Jay, there still might be a Lita stream tonight. Not guaranteed, honestly, y'all. Lita's been streaming, planning on doing a stream each night, but Munchkin has been just not amenable. So we'll see if there is a Lita stream tonight, but I'll try to get y'all another stream in the evening. But again, just traffic dependent and tourist dependent. Cutie.
Toe beans.
Time now.
Right, negative CPU, first time chatterer, welcome in. Yeah, Mel, Munchkin hasn't been sleeping. She fell asleep last night at 6 finally. She just misses me.
You're supposed to not. No, you why you watch that? You watch that, bro. Nah, but I would love to hear that. Like conditioner? You can't condition it. Make it soft? Like conditioner, I heard it's not bad.
Oh, these are endangered smikes. Negative CPU, we love Waffle Smacker here.
I'm so mad. Here he is, ruining himself.
Woods, this is a sand cat. We'll take a look at the info card in just a second. Let me show you all the species real quick. This guy, sand cat. Deserts throughout northern Africa, Saudi Arabia, and the Middle East. Lizards, rodents, small birds for foods.
It's zoo proper that has the fishing cats.
There was a three-legged fishing cat at the Cincinnati Zoo, and that guy knew he was like a star attraction. he just flaunted and just be like, "Oh hey, I'm gonna lay down over here, take my photos." There's one of the gift shops, y'all. We're gonna hit the other one up on the way, but I will pass y'all on over to.
Let me know your Twitch.
You want a sticker?
Oh,
I can give you a better thing than that.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, of course. Have a good day.
You too. Yeah, Mike's always networking. Mike, did I leave out fruit fly stickers at the fruit fly conference? Yes. Did they get taken? Yes. Have I seen 10 people with the Morgan Melanogaster fruit fly sticker that has SciAnts branding all over it at the conference on their water bottles? Yes. Do they know? No. Okay, free advertising. I did bring a few pins, Mike, sent to the influencers of the conference, handed out a few pins, and aiming to have them listed on the merch store. Angoya t-shirt cannon once it's worthwhile to have inventory. We don't yet have that level of. You can talk to the media marketing manager. Thank you, negative CPU. Actually, we'll see if the ibis are out still. Ibis. I guess they've gone back in as well. I guess the parrot might be still out, y'all, that we can say goodbye at. Parrot left too. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for coming out to our IRL adventure today at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park with the lovely and incredible Scully Red Hawk. We will be back live possibly this evening to do another IRL from the tide pools. Maybe Lita will be live tonight. I'm not sure. For a science news, sci-fi science news, science grab bag. It's just all dependent on if Lita is able to get away from the Muncherino. But guys, thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all, Mr. Irish, for the raids. We are gonna go ahead and raid on out ourselves. This evening, how long would it be, assuming traffic's not too wild?
I mean, at least an hour, I would say.
At least an hour.
Because everyone's leaving.
Yeah, at least an hour, Lodoc, for another IRL.
It just depends where we stop on the coast.
Yeah, and we'll post y'all on the Discord if we are able to do it. So keep your eyes peeled, y'all, on the Discord. Please join us on the Discord and check us out on our socials. Here is the Discord link, and here are the socials. Big thanks to the mods for keeping us safe, happy, and healthy, as always. One of them is keeping me safe in person. Guys, we're going to go right over to Knee Beats. She is one of our DJ friends. I'll keep y'all posted again if we're able to do other stuff. But if not, I will see y'all at latest on Monday. I'm flying back tomorrow from the conference. All right, guys. So have a lovely rest of your day. Hopefully we'll see you again in just a little bit. There's your final little look at a goodbye. Go show Nee some love, okay? We have a friend here. Dennis, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. There he is. Damn, it's crab feeding time. Absolutely, he's waving. Welcome. He's waving all to first-time chatters. Welcome. Looks like it's a bunch of them are out right now. Some Tijuana. I don't know what that means, Ongoy. It looks like there's now a bunch of crabs out. There's another one. These do seem on the bigger side. Oh, a trip over the board. Yeah, Ongoy. I don't have my passport on me. Maybe able to get. My daughter misses me. For those coming in, Munchkin's on a hunger strike. She is not enjoying the fact that I'm not at home, which is fair. Thindall, I hope you're not on a hunger strike. Munchkin is. Please, Thindall, don't hunger strike on me. Thindall, yesterday I FaceTime with Munchkin, and so about 2 hours after she ate, she ate right after we FaceTime. She was much happier, and then about 2 hours later, she was back to just looking for me and shouting for me and looking in the office and everywhere. She is 2, just turned 2. Thindall, I am at the Sunset Cliffs in San Diego for a conference, work conference. This is the 9 to 5 job, fruit fly genetics conference, and I have some break time, so I brought you all out for a IRL journey at the Sunset Cliffs. We're actually going to come out again tomorrow. Tomorrow is my last full day here. I fly back on Sunday, so we'll again bring you all out tomorrow afternoon. Afternoon will be 2:45 p.m. Pacific, which is 5:45 Eastern. No, 4:45? 5:45. 5:45 Eastern. No, so Bean, this is Celestial Bean. This is the one conference for this year. The only other conference that they do have this year is in LA, and I'm not going to that because it'll be overlapping or soon after the birth of my son. But it's only LA. Chrissy, hi, welcome in. One day, Dean. They usually don't do conferences, I think, historically in Washington State, but we'll see. Oh, nice, Jay. Jay, you know what? At least it arrived. Miss Spicy is it's the best state because of cost, and it has to be attractive to every person. There's so much politicking, Chrissy, in how you pick one of these locations for one of these conferences. I used to think it was like, why not, right? Like, it's a new area, go and spread the love. That's not how it works. The sea lion is still there, Lara. We provided our phone number to the search and rescue people, and they said they're on their way. So we're gonna make our way, y'all, back up those stairs to be able to get back to the car so we can end up leaving. We unfortunately didn't find any cephalopods today unless we get really lucky on the way out, but we still have one more chance tomorrow afternoon to look for some octopi. And again, they are in these tide pools in particular. Like this location is known for octopi, so it's not like we are at a zone where they're not going to be discovered. Actually, there's a couple of scientific studies that do surveys on this area to figure out like what animals are there, and they do find them, along with the sea stars that we did not find today. But again, it could be time of day, it could be season effects, it could be the fact that there had been a lot of rain last week and there was runoff. Y'all, there is our seal friend, but we have called someone. They're coming in to check on him. Yeah, and just some of the geology here, because y'all were asking about it. This stone here is like 70 to 80 million years old, and then right above it, you're starting to get the sandstone. And the sandstone is the thing that's falling apart and falling straight on down there. I mean, kind of, sort of here, Baron. So this is about 120,000 years old is the cut site, and then this is 70 to 80 million, and then here is 120,000. There's our friendo again. They have our phone numbers, so we are all set. Yeah, so Lara, that's why the proper people have been called. Not much more we can do directly with being safe with the animal as well as ourselves. Sick, Andrea, in some way. This is the zone we were at yesterday. So again, y'all can see there's a lot of little tide pools in that area. So that's where I'm aiming to at least go back tomorrow. And again, it looks like, we're here a little bit later today, and there's a lot more crab activity. So I'm anticipating that there should be other kinds of animal activity as well. And there's another good look at the soil strata. Let's see here. Let's go up to the top on the overlook. Yep, they like to eat crabs. And with all the increased crab activity, maybe that'll tempt the octopi out. Or not. It's one of those things where we're just going to have to do some searching. See nice features of the geology here. Audio should be back. Again, just like looking at the side here of the cliff, the various like strata and how it looks gives you a nice blink into geological time. Yeah, different patterns from different things as well. Rain runoff, human, lack of plants. Made it up, excuse aware. Yeah, she seemed a little bit better when I walked past. It's a head back, unfortunately. So we are gonna head on back now. We are gonna fire up a raid Reno in just a second. Guys, thank you all for joining me and Scully today. The lovely and incredible Scully Redhawk, moderator extraordinaire, Skullicious, Skull Sereno, Scully Wally was a bear. Had all the hair? Got all the hair, y'all. He's also extremely tolerant at my crazy time nicknames. We'll be back live tomorrow afternoon for one final walkthrough. I think we're aiming for 2:45 Pacific. 2:45 Pacific to see you tomorrow on. We'll go down again. We'll take a look at the tide pools. We'll take a look at the upper part and see just what the different animals are, because we started to see a lot more crabs coming out, like large ones. So I'm thinking they're more active in the afternoon. Yeah, so that's it for today. Tonight might be a Science News stream with Lita. It's Munchkin dependent, y'all. So please keep an eye on the stream in the Discord if there is any activity on that. With that, we're going to raid on over to a besto friendo that we can never raid because he is only on during the day. Let me make sure he is in fact on, because wouldn't it be sad if we went to... Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's still on. We're going to go to the Kanubitu King today. Bitly the Kid. Guys, go show Big Gamey some love. He is long time bestie of the channel. Here are the raid calls. Raid 1 and Raid 2 if you're following but not subscribed. Again, y'all, back at least tomorrow for a final look at the cliffs and what the ecology is. After that, probably back, well, yeah, I guess back officially on Monday with the Microscopy Monday. We'll have Dr. Coffee on too. But otherwise, tonight for Alita stream, tomorrow for an IRL 2:45 p.m. Pacific, and then possibly tomorrow night for Alita stream as well, Munchkin dependent. But folks, have a great evening. Whatever time zone you're in, we might see you again later today, or we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, chat. See you soon.